Hey, I'm here with my 2000 Honda Insight manual 5-speed transmission, and a couple days ago I ripped the door handle off. Tragic loss because these parts are no longer made. Used parts are pretty much depleted, and doesn't seem to be a 3D printed option yet. I want to see if I can fix it somehow, JB Weld or something. I'm just going to be going through the motions trying to figure out how to take this door off. I've never had this particular door panel off. Plastic cap, hide in a screw, remove the screw, push it back, pry on it without breaking it. I have no idea. Okay, got a little movement. Okay, we got a plug in the back. Let's see if we can move this retaining clip off without breaking it. All right, didn't break it. So I'm not sure if this speaker cover needs to come off. It looks like it does. Looks like the speaker holds this bit of plastic on. Come on. Looks like there's a screw hole right here. I think we're ready to try popping the door off now. I'm going to start over here. All right, there's a little bit. See if the bottom will give me a click. You don't know if you're destroying the clips or if they're surviving, but one more screw. There's another screw down here. Continue to work around. There's a clip there. Oh my gosh. And there's your third screw right here. I didn't see those at all the first time. Oh yeah. So let's just walk this thing up and over. Oh, great. So someone's been in here before. At least it looks like that. They've had to repair something. And let's see what we can see about the door handle. If you're looking here, that is the back of the door handle. There's 1, 2, and then way off up in there, there's a third 10mm bolt. Just for ease of access, I'm going to see about removing this little plastic. Oh gosh, a little more complicated than I thought. So I'm working on the third bolt. It's spinning, but it's a little tight to get to. All right, there's a couple things I got to do that I can't figure out how to show on camera, but one of them is the actuator rod from the handle to the door latch. We got to pry that out. So I'm just gonna try to do it without breaking the handle more. Oh, thank God it came out in one piece. Then there's some sort of retaining clip that holds the handle in as well. I finally got it. This retaining clip here is really hard. So the unit is sandwiched in here like this, and this retaining clip, you have to pry it out of this hole and pull it out of this slot. So the method I want to use to try to fix this is the plastic welding, where you take some steel wool and you melt it in with an iron. But with mine, I'm broken a couple places here. So I'm gonna take the whole thing off so I can try to plastic weld the back and the front side. And do that, I need to get rid of a few things, like this little counterweight. I don't think I can take it off with that on there. So I'm just gonna see if I can drill out this little rivet part. That'll do that. This one I do want to try to reuse. Let me see if I can unroll that with pliers maybe. That's not really working. There might be enough material there I could knock that back over if I just drill it off. We'll see. I think the move is just try to remove the pin and then take the spring pressure off after. So the pin is coming out. Yeah, okay, that worked. All right, we got our 3 pieces that we want to try to stick back together. Oh my God, this damn dog. I might wait until the dog goes back inside. So basically I'm just following a video that I saw. They use, you know, metal tape on the back side, and I'll do the same. Lined up real nice. Tape it down. We'll have a bit of a working area here. I've never done this. This is experimentation at this point. I have a soldering iron, and then I have a router speed controller. And I'm going to see if I can control the temperature with this speed controller here. I have no idea if this will work. It's on variable speed, it's on very low. Oh yeah, it's coming on. I'm just going to let it sit on a very low power, see how hot it gets. And I'm going to test the plastic, see if at what point I can start melting it. Melt it pretty easily, but it's not burning. Yeah, okay, yeah. We can work with that. Let me just try a little test sample. I got a couple steel wools. I'm gonna try the really fine stuff first. This might turn into a rusty, disgusting mess. You know, that seems like it is incorporating into the plastic. This might just work. We'll see. So these coarse fibers are very strong. So I'm just gonna maybe cut it up here, snip some of that off. I don't know what I'm doing. So I'm gonna go long ways across these things. Work it in. Try not to smoke too much plastic off. It's gonna look ugly as hell. It's gonna feel weird on the fingers too. Then I'm thinking I'll try to embed some of the thin stuff too. Alright, this is not a fast process. Melted into the plastic enough to get these embedded. It takes a minute. So honestly, the finish of this is not too bad. Get the tape off. Yeah, so the crack still opens up, but it's in there. So we'll reinforce this side too. I'm just gonna go with the thin stuff. I really am liking how this works. And I'm just doing this for as long as it takes. Alright, so with these ugliest thin welds done, I'm gonna go for these cracks. I'm gonna try a big piece in the middle, then do the ends that broke off, and then cut these and try to finish it out. I could probably use a bit more heat and melt a little quicker. Start down low, get it worked into the plastic. I don't care if you can see it. I want it to be strong. Look at that, we got quite a bit of plastic coming through the surface. I'm gonna call that one good. So I think this worked. You know, for the front, it doesn't look too bad. There's a few apprentice marks around it, but really, it feels real strong. Like, I think I can just yank on this and we'll be fine. But what's gonna really suck is when you put your hand in here and you feel all that mess. You're always gonna think something's in there, like, huh. Oh yeah, that's just my crazy whatever. But I think I'm just gonna roll with this. I like it. Alright, so I've decided to coat the thing in super glue. What I'm worried about is all of these exposed, you know, steel wool will just rust away and be ridiculous. I went with liquid instead of gel, just hoping to get a better outcome. You know, more penetration into the steel wool that's not melted into the plastic. Yeah, sorry, it's drippy wet. I got it all over everything that I did, nice and coated. It was literally dripping off. It'll probably be glued to this by tomorrow, but for now it's in the vise, and I'll check on it tomorrow after work, see if we can reassemble it or not. I like how it turned out, so we're going to put this back together. That's going pretty good. Round this out a bit so it won't fall out. Yeah, that boogered up the edge just enough. It'll stay in there, I'm pretty sure. I was thinking about putting this little counterweight thing back on. Drop of oil. Well, this isn't gonna work. I broke my small one off in there as I was drilling it out, and I can't drill through drill bits. So we just won't worry about that counterweight. This will just feel however it feels. All right, let's just get to it. I'll set it there and hop around to the back side, see what we can do. Okay, I got the door handle on. I got some grease. You know, right here, this is the track for the window, right? It's lubricated with some type of grease. I'm just gonna add just a bit more. I don't know, this might be the wrong move or just completely ridiculous. I'm worried about the longevity of this thing. It's probably gonna be another impossible to find part. And one day we'll have no windows on our insides. So gotta remember where everything goes. And then there's plastic. We'll just hope for the best. One, two, and three. Let's plug the speaker in. The only thing holding the surround down is the screws at this point. But in the past it had a glue or something. We've got 3 screws for the speaker. For the handle, let's go ahead and slide that in. Oh, get the little plastic to lock it. Then we'll plug in the door lock. Get this, there we go. That slides in there. That goes back like that. And this just has the 1 screw holding it. And there's this little plastic cover. Okay, it's there. It's not gonna stay. It broke when I took it off. And finally, the speaker cover. In there. Cool. All right. Let's make sure I didn't mess it up. Lock it. Unlock it. Lock it. Unlock it. Well, that's it. It worked. This is, you know, the first time I've ever used a rheostat or whatever that motor controller is to adjust temperature on a soldering iron. And these plastic, whatever type of plastic it is, it melts pretty good, and you can push reinforcing fibers into it real nice. I am worried about the steel wool rusting, but maybe the super glue will take care of that. It's kind of tedious, kind of difficult. The hardest part is getting that pin, you know, the little lock pin on and off of the key cartridge, so you can take the handle off. Everything else is pretty straightforward. I did this over the course of 3 days. I took it off one day, then I fixed it one day, and I put it back on. You know, so if you had a weekend to, you know, a weekend day to do it instead of like after work days, it would, you know, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 hours if you're soldering. If you're just replacing a part, maybe an hour. You know. Anyways, it's super doable. Y'all be good. Peace.